Welcome to the world of probiotic foods. This is Cultured Food Life with your host, Donna Schwenk.
Welcome everybody, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about natto. It's a superfood like no other. It's very different. It has different bacteria strain in it. That's a very powerful one. Bacillus subtilis is just a huge bacteria that can do things like help prevent strokes, blood clots, and even spike protein detox, which we're going to be talking about that. That's very interesting. But if you're on a journey like I am for natural ways to boost your health, you really want to take a closer look at natto. This is a traditional fermented Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans. And while it's very sticky in texture and it has kind of a pungent aroma that I think some people think it smells like a strong cheese, it is really a powerhouse. It has impressive health benefits and they're worth considering. And I can help you find ways to enjoy it too. Because in the beginning, I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't really like it. But as the time went on, I really like it now. And I found ways to really enjoy it. So natto does so many things like preventing strokes, to reducing blood clots, and even potentially helping the body clear out lingering spike proteins from COVID-19. Natto is more than just a fermented food. It's a national gem backed by science and tradition. So what is natto? Natto is created by fermenting soybeans with a beneficial bacteria called Bacillus subtilis, and this process transforms the humble soybean into a super sticky, stringy superfood packed with nutrients and unique compounds. It's been a staple in the Japanese cuisine for over 1,000 years, and it is often served for breakfast with rice, soy sauce, and mustard. But beyond its cultural roots, natto's health benefits are what the researchers and health enthusiasms are buzzing about. So, one of the most standout features that natto has is its high concentration of nattokinase. It's an enzyme produced during fermentation, and this nattokinase is a natural fibrinolytic, and it is one of the most powerful things that break down fibrins, the proteins that form from blood clots. Excessive clotting can lead to serious conditions like strokes, heart attacks, and deep vein thrombosis. By promoting healthy blood flow and dissolving clots, nattokinase acts as a natural blood thinner without the side effects of many pharmaceutical alternatives. Studies have shown that regular consumption of natto is linked to a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, including strokes. For example, a Japanese study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate natto frequently had a significantly reduced risk of dying from stroke compared to those who didn't. The secret lies in nattokinase's ability to maintain balanced blood velocity and preventing the blockages that can trigger a stroke. It also boosts heart and bone health with vitamin K2. So this is an incredible nutrient abundant in natto is vitamin K2. And it is also in kefir and some fermented dairy products. And vitamin K2 is essential for directing calcium into your bones and teeth while keeping it out of your arteries. This means stronger bones and a healthier heart. And regular consumption of vitamin K2 rich foods like natto can reduce the stiffening of the arteries, the plaque formation, and further safeguarding against cardiovascular disease. Now, there's another really interesting thing that's been emerging lately about how it's a potential ally against spike proteins. So since the COVID-19 pandemic, there's been a really big growing interest in how certain foods and compounds may help the body recover from the virus's effect, particularly the infamous spike protein produced by the virus, and in some cases lingering after the virus and even the vaccine is over, because the vaccine can do it too. While researchers are still emerging, natto has caught the attention for its potential role in this area. Nattokinase, that clot busting properties that we talked about that help with blood clots and also prevention of having strokes, has properties that extend well beyond traditional blood clotting to help degrade abnormal proteins in the bloodstream. Some researchers and health advocates are hypothesizing that the nattokinase could assist in breaking down spike proteins which have been implicated in inflammation, microclotting, and other post-COVID complications. A 2022 study published in Molecules suggested that nattokinase might degrade certain protein structures related to the SARS-CoV-2 virus. And since that 2022 Molecules paper was done, interest has really spiked. And anecdotal reports from clinics and biohackers suggest that nattokinase supplements are being used experimentally for spike protein detox, and they've done it with success. I actually saw somebody yesterday on a post saying that I guess they could test it in your urine, and they were finding that a lot of the proteins were in the urine after taking nattokinase for a while, and then seeing that they were detoxing from it, because COVID can last a long time in the body, and it can hang around like viruses do, but try to hide itself from your immune system and your killer T cells. And while you have a lot of good bacteria in your body, the more good bacteria you have in your body, the more of those killer T cells you will have. That's naturally how your body produces more and more of them. And what they do is they go after the virus, try to kill it and eliminate it from the body, but it kind of hides. So it's one of those things that takes a while for the body to get rid of them. And they're saying that a lot of people are saying that they're finding that this is really helping them. And it's not harmful, even if it doesn't do that. It still has got so many other health implications that it's worth a try if you're struggling and still feeling fatigued from it all. This could really boost your energy level and your body's ability to remove some of those spike proteins. So if you're intrigued, natto still remains a safe, nutrient-rich food to try. A typical serving is 50 to 100 grams. Even a spoonful is a lot. Provides 1,500 to 2,000 fibrinolytic units of nattokinase. That's enough for cardiovascular benefits and possibly a starting point for spike protein hypothesis. So while it's not a cure or definite solution, natto's ability to support the circulation system and reduced inflammation makes it a really compelling thing to add to post-COVID wellness routine. Pair it with other cultured foods like kefir and cultured kimchi, and you have a recipe for resilience. It is just something we need to do to take care of our bodies. It's kind of been through a hard time with that virus and all the things that have gone on with it. And this is always a great way to just help your immune system, help your body fight these foreign invaders and help you to recover more speedily, and also to protect you from things like strokes and heart attacks and all blood clots, all different kinds of things that can happen. This is one of the things that you'll notice if you look at a history of the Japanese, who have this almost every day for breakfast, that it really is, they have very low rates of that in their country. And I believe this is one of the keys. So beyond nattokinase as a nutrient powerhouse, vitamin K2 is essential for directing calcium in the bones and away from the arteries, and that prevents stroke problems from happening. It has probiotics. The fermentation process infuses natto with gut-friendly bacteria, boosting digestion and immunity. It's a great source of plant-based fiber, source to keep you full and keep your heart healthy. And here's some ways to enjoy natto. If you're new to natto, and I just made a video about how to make it, you can see that on the recipe and in this article. Just scroll to the bottom. But you can also buy natto in Asian grocery stores, and it's usually in the frozen foods section. And it's because you want to preserve natto, because after about a week of making natto and having your fridge, it starts to get a strong smell like ammonia. So I always freeze mine, and I show you how to do that in my video. But I've gotten it from Asian health food stores, but they had a lot of other stuff in it that I didn't like, some preservatives and things that I didn't really want in my natto. So I made it myself, which is pretty easy to make. And I think it tastes better too, a lot better. And I can help you make it because it's super easy. I actually sell natto. I think it's so important. I mean, my dad died from a stroke. I mean, that was something that he had, that they found out that he'd had the stroke, and that's what killed him. And so this is why I eat natto, to be honest. It's one of the things that, I know since my dad struggled with it, I might struggle with it. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and do everything I can to prevent that. And one of the ways to do that is with this superfood. And I love it that it's a food and that it can help me so much, that it's not a drug. It's something that's, people have eaten for thousands of years. And you can eat natto a lot of different ways. You can put it on top of rice with a splash of soy sauce, spicy mustard, green onions. I like it with green onions. And also I like it with kimchi. In the beginning, I put it with kimchi because kimchi was so strong that it kind of masked the flavor a little bit, even though it kind of has a bland flavor. But you can add natto to any warm dish because the stringiness and strong taste will go away when you do it to warm dishes. And I actually really love it now with a bowl of rice and a fried egg. And the cool thing is natto's not affected by heat. I think you can heat it to 236 Fahrenheit and it doesn't kill it. So it's very versatile. It's traditionally served with rice and condiments like my mustard and soy sauce, but I love it in stir fries. And surprisingly, the more I ate it, the more I liked it. And there's actually science behind that. It's called the mere exposure effect. It's a psychological phenomenon called the mere exposure effect, suggests that repeated exposure to a stimuli, even if it's initially neutral or disliked, can lead to increased likeness. And they tested this in kids. I saw them do this with kids because kids are such picky eaters. And they found after eating something like 10 to 15 times, they began to really like it and almost love it. And I saw that with my own kids growing up. If they did it 8 times, that's when I really noticed that they started to like it. And so, I mean, it works in adults too. So it's more of a strong brie flavors. People have described it as that. And it has kind of that stringiness, but that goes away if you put it with warm food. But now I kind of like it because I've eaten it so much. And that I've seen that with a lot of people. And all the health benefits of it. I mean, you don't need very much. You need like a spoonful. So it's, really a powerful way to help your body and help your heart and keep yourself healthy. So it may not be the most glamorous superfood, but honestly, its benefits are hard to ignore. From slashing stroke risk and dissolving blood clots to a potential ally against COVID spike proteins, this fermented soybean dish really punches above its weight. It's pretty powerful. So I really want you to give it a try. You might just find yourself embracing this sticky, funky magic of natto for a healthier, more vibrant you. Because I don't know about you, but I want to stay healthy. I don't want to live a long time and not feel good because that's no fun at all. You don't have the energy to do anything. So what's the point of it all? And I want to live a healthy life. And I'm doing this because, I saw my dad suffer and die from a stroke, and I don't want to be something that happens to me. And not just that, but it has so many health benefits. And it's okay. So here's the deal: I make it in a yogurt maker. You have to soak the soybeans, and then I cook them in an Instapot, which takes about 30 minutes. You can also cook it on the stove, but it takes like 2.5, 3 hours. And I tell you about that in the video. So once they're soft and the skins are coming off and they're kind of squishy, then you throw them in a yogurt maker. You take the culture, the natto culture, and I sell it in my store at culturedfoodlife.com. And then you just mix it with that with a little water, pour it over the beans, and let it ferment for 24 hours. And you'll know that you've done a good job because you'll see the stringiness of it. You'll see the strings, and you'll know that it's done. And then you can just eat some, put some in the fridge for a while, but freeze a bunch of it. And I freeze it in little packages. I show you some of those things I've got on there that I bought. They're called super cubes. I stick them in the freezer, and I just pop one out and let it thaw a little bit and eat it or warm it up. You can warm it up because it can withstand a lot of high heat. And so you don't have to make it all the time. You got it ready all the time. So I just think it's very easy and functional. Something you can have all the time without tons and tons of effort. And the health benefits are huge. So I wanted to share that with you because I think it's important, especially with what we got going on in the world now with so many people struggling with all these different types of ailments. The more you can find things to help you that are foods, the better you'll be, and the healthier you'll be, and the happier you'll be, and the more energy you will be. So this is a very cool bacteria. It does a lot of things, and it's different than anything else that I sell. So I hope you'll embrace it. I hope the world starts eating natto, because I think it could really help so many people. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.